Okay, hello, how are you? Let's just go over a couple of things. This is where I want to share with you so you have the awareness that actual theft of property has taken place by CVS Health. And CVS Health, is who there's an Ohio nurse that was hired by CVS Health. But they were hired under a company A1A, and which is Aetna Resources LLC. So when things became a legal matter, what matters is, even though the employee was listed as a CVS Health employee, when it comes to litigation, who is the culprit in those types of things, or if you have an EEOC or an issue where an employee is claiming that an employer did some alleged wrongs or whatever, then you have to know who the who's on the pay stub. That's what matters. So on the pay stub, it's Aetna Resources LLC. So in the legal arena, you'll see when I post a lot of things about CVS Health and their company is Aetna Resources LLC. However, the employee that filed the employment claims, which were several employment claims that ultimately were dismissed, or a part of the EEOC mediation agreement, the charging party agreed to go ahead and release all of those, drop the charges in an OSHA whistleblower matter, a federal case, 2 Ohio civil rights filings charges, and the EEOC. So now what it is CVS Health has actually participated, and they know full well what Richard Diageo, who's an attorney for Littner Mendelson PC, and Alex Frondorf, they have full awareness. So whether it's CVS Health or Aetna Resources LLC, whatever you want to call it, everybody knows that Richard Diageo and Alex Frondorf are participating in well, they took the risk of participating in felony theft. It's theft because they seized the property of an individual without consent. And you're unable to do that according to any law on the face of the earth. You cannot gain control over someone's property if you don't have consent, whether it's expressed or implied. You're unable to do that, or it equates to theft. But they did it. And what they did was try to utilize their legal expertise and legalese, and they thought they were smart in this type of deal. And so now they went and filed a court claim, fraud on the court in Columbus, Ohio, Franklin County Court of Common Pleas 22CB007866. If you go on the Columbus, Ohio, or Ohio case online search, you can just type in the 7866. So you can go put in the case number. It's 22CB7866. And then you can take a look at everything that's going on for yourself. All right. So Alex Frondorf, he went and he filed the case at Columbus Franklin County Court of Common Pleas, November the 19th of 2022. This is a lazy judge case. And a lazy judge is where there's been a multitude of motions and pleadings and so on and so forth on the docket, and the judge has just simply ignored them and hasn't done anything with them. And 9 times out of 10, it's deliberate in this particular case, because what goes on and what's been brought to my attention, even by other attorneys and things like that, Columbus, Ohio, and Ohio in general has an issue with its corruption and individuals being in cahoots with one another and those types of things. And so that's likely what's going on with this particular case. And, so they're trying to figure out some type of way to ease their way out of it. But you're not going to be able to do that. There isn't anything in the Black's Law Dictionary. So I don't know why they're taking so long trying to do some research. There's nothing whatsoever that exists in case law anywhere that would ever have anybody with a reasonable mind believe that these individuals were a mere innocent insurance company trying to figure out, oh my God, who do we give the $15,028 to? Oh, we know we owe it to the charging party and the EEOC, our former employee who we fired without cause. They absolutely did fire me without cause. All right. That's not bashing them or anything like that. That's fact. All right. So there was no cause. All right. And a way to verify that as well is just that know that unemployment is never going to give an individual any type of benefit insurance wise where they were their own cause of termination. All right. So there's a whole semi-investigatory type of a practice that goes on post termination, which everybody with any good sense knows. All right. So someone's fired, they go and they apply for unemployment benefits. There's an investigation then. I mean, they want to know what happened. I mean, did you sit up here? Were you violating policies? Were you, was it absenteeism? Was it disorderly conduct? I mean, what exactly was it that this employer let you go? And if it was of your own actions, we're not going to give you unemployment, right? That's the truth, all right? And so, but unemployment was allowed, all right? All right, because these individuals couldn't substantiate or give any type of proof of whatever they claim was the cause of termination, right? Right. So anyhow, they did agree to participate in the EEOC mediation hearing. That occurred on October the 14th, 2022. I've given this information already in several accountings. All right, let's just get straight to it. All right. So they knew exactly what they were doing. What's going on is you got a couple of wrongdoers. So you have Richard Diageo, and then you have the EEOC mediator as well, Salvador Lopez, who already stated that he knows Greg Schumacher of Spitz Law Firm. He mentioned that prior to the EEOC hearing, in fact. So to the extent of how he knows him, that's unknown. But Salvador Lopez did go extra mile to ensure that he advocated for Spitz Law Firm, knowing that there was an actual fee dispute. So the dispute between the EEOC charging party and Spitz Law Firm just has to do with the extent of the actual work that was done in the case, because the EEOC charging party is actually pro se in the federal case, in all the EEOC filings, the OSHA charge filing, also both of the Ohio Civil Rights filing. She participated in all of her own interviews, their own evidentiary work, all discovery, which is the truth-seeking process. There was no deposition or anything like that. Spitz Law Firm never once filed any type of motion on behalf of the EEOC charging party or their client. They never did anything. They never wrote any letters to anybody to say, hey, let us get a copy of this, let us do this. They never did anything. Can we interview this witness? Can we do? They never did jack smack shit. They didn't request the pay stubs. They didn't request anything. They didn't put legal hold on anybody's devices. They didn't do any damn thing, okay? The one thing that they did do, and we'll give them credit for, they sent over a demand for settlement letter over to Aetna Resources, LLC, CVS Health, okay? After that, the EEOC charging party don't know what the hell Spitz Law Firm was over there doing. Okay, they never got back in touch. They never communicated. They never said shit until like, oh, ta-da, abracadabra. We got a settlement. You did? How? Okay, that's not what negotiations are about. So what the hell did Aetna CVS say when you sent them that damn demand letter? Did you ever go back and tell the EEOC charging party, the Ohio Civil Rights charging party, the OSHA whistleblower charging party, the federal lawsuit filer? Did you ever go back and tell her anything that was going on with it? I mean, so there could be some type of real negotiation, which involves rebuttal and refuting and, giving the evidence and all types. Did you ever do that, Spitz Law Firm? Did you ever do it, Greg Schumacher? What about Trisha Breedlove, Brian Spitz? Anybody? No, the fuck you didn't, right? And also, there's another email where someone just out the blue, that the EEOC charging party, the former employee who ain't never do shit wrong, and they revoked her livelihood, Trisha Breedlove outreach talking about, hello, just trying to see what your employment status is. No, this EEOC charging party former employee of CVS Aetna never ever talked to this person, Trisha Breedlove, ever in life. This person, pro se, about everything, okay? Every document the Spitz Law Firm has is the actual work and blood, sweat, and tears of the pro se litigant, charging party, or whatever, the person who's been victimized and severely harmed, the CVS Health, Richard Diageo, Alex Frondor, and all of them trying to cover up a daggone felony theft criminal act, okay? They stole $15,028, all right? And it's being covered up. Nobody will say anything about it, but it's never going to go away. It's never going to go away. I'm going to need CVS to let me know where's the $15,028. I'm going to need Franklin County Court of Common Pleas, Chris Brown, Michael Holbrook. What's up? I mean, why aren't you looking at this case? We need to get to the bottom of it. Where is the money? Okay. In a true interpleader case, all right, this is masked as an interpleader. It's disguised. It's not a true interpleader anyways, all right? These are nothing but liars. They had to come up with and devise some type of a plan to trick the public and the taxpayers in the world. They attempt to trick that court and any higher court or whatever into believing that, oh my God, we don't know who this money belongs to. We don't know the rightful owner. We're just a mere insurance company. And, you know, well, the insurance company actually is the employer who was named in several employment claims as a wrongdoer, right? So they're vicariously responsible or liable for the actions of the true culprits and individuals that the EEOC charging party actually had issue with, right? So those very employees that were representing the company is what wound this particular employer up in the court and also in EEOC mediation, and now being exposed to the public for their wrongdoings along with their attorneys, all right? So they might want to go back and take a look at who these individuals were that were reported and kind of look and see who the true individuals that probably should have been terminated were. They might want to go back and do that, okay? All right, that's probably what they want to do. That's probably what they should do, because what's going to end up happening is that because there was no consequences for the alleged wrongdoers, right? Because there was no consequence, the poor behaviors are likely to continue. And with that, what's going to happen? There's going to be more complaints, more retaliation, or allegedly, right? And more EEOC complaints, more lawsuits, more whatever, and ultimately payout of the revenue of the employer. Employers, take this as a tip. You need to go back and you really need to evaluate what these complaints are that are coming in relative to discrimination, retaliation, harassment, intimidation, hostile work environment, coercion, threat, any of those types of things, whether it's sexual harassment, whatever it may be. You really need to go back and look and delve into what is really going on, and you need to weed out the bad apples that are the true culprits and stop just getting upset when it's brought to somebody's attention that wrongdoings are going on and there are actual rights being violated. There's unethical and illegal acts going on. People are being harmed. Their mental health is on the line. Okay, mental health is an actual harm, all right? So this is about prevention. So when somebody's bringing it to your attention that there's some wrongdoings going on, you need to really take that seriously and not have your HR and whoever get together and get in cahoots and start plotting and planning to get rid of the individual that's truly trying to make change and do the right thing for the right reason and put in place more effective and efficient practices and things like that. In fact, that will actually result in better outcomes for your business overall, employer. Okay, so that's probably what you want to do. All right, so this particular individual is a nurse, and I was in a particular role as a nurse care manager there. However, my skill set and my knowledge, my educational, occupational background far exceeds that in which CVS Health and or Aetna Resources LLC really have the full awareness of, all right? But I mean, that's neither here nor there. That's not any of their business, really. I mean, I'm just there to do the role that I said I was going to do for the little nickels and dime bullshit ass money that they were paying, okay? And didn't even want to give a bitch the bonus, okay? But it's okay because I don't ever work these types of roles for an employer or anybody else. I work it for the end user, okay? And that's the patient, all right? And so if there's something going on where I see a patient could be at risk, or the behaviors on the inside of your job is whatever these people are in here doing, supposed to be at the forefront and all this type of stuff of leading and change agents and executive leadership, supervisory, managerial, whatever that is. If they're not doing it, I'm gonna put you on task. I'm gonna call you out. I'm gonna call you out to your face, and I'm gonna tell your supervisor, I'm gonna tell your executive supervisor, I'm gonna tell your HR department, I'm gonna go out here externally, and I'm gonna let your little vendor, whoever the fuck your shit is out there know too, and whoever you keep sending people over to do the complaints and all this bullshit. I'm gonna tell them too. I'm gonna tell your mama, I'm gonna tell your daddy, I'm gonna tell the Senate, I'm gonna tell, I don't give a damn, okay, what you're doing. Because this is ridiculous. And you claim all you want that you didn't do no wrong, okay? But now you put this case out here in the public. That is what you did at the Resources LLC. And you can thank your cornball cross-eyed attorney, Alex Frondorf, all right, for getting you the attention that you obviously wanted. Okay, the objective in this particular case, in most employment cases, when you come to a settlement, it means the shit's over and done with. We can part ways and we can move on, all right? That did not happen here. So this whole thing that these individuals have participated on is looking to be a continuation of the extreme and severe retaliatory acts that actually led to the filing of claims in the first place: federal, OSHA, hospital rights, the EEOC. That is all this is, all right? So when you go to mediation and you negotiate and you come to an agreement, it's all said and done. You get the damn checks sent out and everybody move on, and that's it. Don't nobody talk about nothing, nobody say shit. You say you didn't do nothing wrong, the other person say they didn't do nothing wrong. Okay, that's fine. We ain't talking about this shit no more, all right? Get the hell out of the lives, okay? But these people don't want to be out of my life, obviously, right? So they keep on, to me, it's harassment. You still harassing me and shit. I haven't done shit wrong. I haven't done anything wrong ever. And no one would ever be able to prove nor substantiate that I have, because I have not, all right? Not, okay? But people want to get mad at me when I bring the awareness, okay? Reporting my pages and all this type of shit. This ain't nothing but truth. Everything I say is true and accurate. I have receipts for everything. Anything that you see posted on any damn thing is true. All right. Every damn thing is true. I got receipts for all the shit. Now, what I'm telling you is these people, they need arrested and they need to be in jail. These are suspects in a crime. All right. The crime of theft. You take anything from anybody without their permission, it's theft. I don't care what it is. A child in kindergarten could tell you that. All right. Now, what they did was, Richard Diageo, what he did was he ran over to Spitz Law Firm, and he told them he had a $15,000 check for them, and he actually did request their W-9. All right. Well, the part that has been left out of the court is, all right, Richard Diageo and also Salvador Lopez of the EEOC were told, listen, I don't know what type of game y'all trying to play, if he's trying to trick somebody. Now I'm gonna turn you in. All right, this is just trickery, it's deception. And this shows that you're all in cahoots and all this type of shit. So I said, listen, there is no lien, which there is not. There is no lien, there's no court order, there's no judgment, there's nothing at all that will give rise to cause for anybody to hold anything of mine. Okay, nothing. When you get a settlement, it is your property, period. It belongs to you. If you owe somebody or whatever the hell, then somebody just can't come along and say, oops, yep, you owe it. There's certain things that individuals have to do and put in place to perfect whatever it is, a lien, a court order, a judgment. You have to do those kinds of things. If you believe that somebody is indebted to you for something, I mean, what the fuck? Who do these people think they are? What it is they're all buddy pals down there at that damn courthouse, because they're all in Columbus, Ohio. They're all in the same social circles and all this bullshit. So they file all their cases in this state court, this court here. so that no federal court has the awareness of what they're doing. All right, it's a scam. All right, it's fraud on the court. And taxpayers, you need to be aware. You need to know really what's going on. It's a bunch of bullshit. And all these cases that's down there like that, that really stem from federal regulations and things like that, really should be combed through with a fine tooth comb. All right, because you can file in the state or whatever, but you need to go and see what's really going on with these cases, because what I'm finding is there's a lot of corruption, a lot of wrongdoing, and unethical and illegal things going on down there in that courthouse. And there's a lot of deprivation of rights under color of law. There already was one deprivation of rights under color of law by Ohio Judge Karen Fitz in 22 CV 3620. All right, that's absolutely true. All right, what the lower tier court, Franklin County Municipal Court in 21 CV 0207111, Judge James Green found was, after the case was reopened and reheard because of report of a lot of different things that were going on, that actually did paint the whole picture. One being a bad apple attorney in Ohio, which the Ohio Supreme Court Disciplinary Council does have awareness. They have awareness of all these attorneys, okay? Alex Frondorf, too. Judge, Karen Fitz, everybody. All right, now Richard Diageo, he's a New Jersey attorney, and they also have the awareness of what he's participated in as well. So no one can play dumb and stupid and act surprised that they don't know really what these people are doing. All right, this is just corruption, flat out. And over $15,028 owed to a former employee that, well, whatever, did nothing wrong on the job. I don't know, call Ohio Department of Job and Family Services and ask them why they gave somebody unemployment that caused their own termination. Go do that, okay? Anyhow, it's deliberate, all right? So these are severe harms. You snatch somebody's livelihood, all right? And, you know, but then you say, well, we don't want you working there no more. We're gonna go ahead and give you this settlement, all right? So the confidential settlement amount is not being disclosed or whatever. All right. However, why they want to keep a secret now, I don't know. But Alex Frondorf says he went down there and he found this particular so-called interpleader, which is a lie, it's a fake, it's bogus, it's frivolous, in the court. All right, 22 CV 7866. By doing that, he put that in a public forum. All right, so he put it in the people's court. All right, so it's public. He's the one that filed, and he told you how much is left that they owe. They owe a balance of $15,028. Yes, they did. Yes, they did. So what happened? What do you believe happened? Why didn't they pay the $15,028? All right, so what they're trying to do is mask the truth. They want the court, and they want the people, if they ever read it, or anybody out there that inquires, or a higher court, they want them to believe that they didn't know, or somehow it came up that they said, yes, we admit we owe her, the EEOC charging party, $15,028 post EEOC settlement mediation that came out of the mediation. We know that, but then now this place spits law saying that she owes that to them. And so because we don't really know who the money belongs to, we don't really want to be a part of this fight, and we just want to put this interpleader in here and then just go ahead and let them fight it out and stuff like that. And then court, if you could, please, could you release us from any type of future liability to either of these parties, defendant A, defendant B, and all this, that, you know, because hey, we could just put the money on in the court and stuff like that, and we don't give a damn about it, blah, blah, blah. First of all, keep in mind this money, $15,028, it's not in a trust account, not even yet. Okay, it was supposed to be paid out in October, no later than November. Well, the agreement was was October the 18th, 2022. They were to pay within 30 days of receipt of like the W-9. Yeah, so by the close, just say of November, they were supposed to pay. Now here it is, August of 2023, and they have not paid, and then they have not even put in a trust account. Yeah, no, it's not in a court registry. It's actually not with a third party, innocent. It's not with an innocent third party either. CVS, Aetna, Resources still holds $15,028 property of the EEOC charging party in hand, and it has control over it. Yeah. No, that's not how interpleters work, okay? And in fact, look how much time they've taken up of taxpayers' money and shit like that, playing around in a damn court. Interpleters are real quick, real fast, should not be doing this, should not be on a case docket. So they're playing and toying around in the damn court, and nobody seems to give a shit about it while they're holding on to my money, okay? This is actual theft. So what really happened was, hey, I said, listen here, Diageo and Lopez, EEOC mediator, y'all playing games, you're trying to trick, you're being deceitful and things like that. I'm not going to sign any damn agreement. Not a general release, not an MSA, not any type of settlement whatsoever. I'm going to move forward with my federal case. I'm going to call back the OSHA dude and reopen that, and I'm going to do all my other charges and shit against y'all. I'm not doing that. Y'all sitting up here playing with my money and stuff like that, because what it is, they think you're stupid, all right? So guess what? They said, oh, no, oh, you know how people act when they get caught. When they get caught, they want to backtrack and bullshit. So it's in email, as a matter of fact. So Richard Diageo, he says, oh, I understand your position. I understand your position. And he agreed to go ahead and void out the initial agreement that had actually paid Swiss Law for $15,000, all right, of my property. Okay. Yes, and EEOC mediator, Salvador Lopez, he actually did the exact same thing. He voided out the EEOC MSA agreement. If you did not know, there are two agreements. If you ever go to EEOC or whatever, there's going to be a general release between you and the employer, and then there's going to be the EEOC mediation settlement agreement. All right. So the general release could potentially take your confidential settlement amount and break down the funds and how they are paid out in a more specific manner, or, you know, vice versa. I mean, I don't know, the MSA could probably break it down. So, I mean, I really don't fucking know, but there is no difference in how the money is to be divided. The overall total entire sum was to be paid to the EEOC charging party exclusively and directly. And who made sure that happened as well? Richard Diageo, CVS health attorney of Little Mississippi, and also EEOC Cleveland field office mediator, Salvador Lopez, right? So how did they do that? What they did, they voided out those initial agreements of their own free will. Yes, and then they revised the agreements to remove all specific language, allocated any dollar amount, whether that was 15,000, 15,000, 28, 10 cent, 5 cent, a food stamp, a WIC card, okay, a rock, a pebble, a turd. All right, we took it all out. And why? Because it makes sense. There's no lien, there's no court order, there's no judgment, there isn't shit. All right. All right. So why would they put some shit like that in there? All right. Ain't nobody sitting there, they don't have no lien. Swiss Law Firm doesn't have a damn lien. All right. And they don't have a lien. Why? Because they know they're not able to show any actual work that equates to $15,028. That equates to even $28. So maybe, how much do you think it costs? Listen, how much do you think it costs them to draft a demand for settlement letter? Sit there and think about that. Do you think that's $15,000 worth? $15,028? Okay, no, right. Okay, any reasonable minded person would see that, right? So however much that letter costs, that's how much they get paid. That's the actual work that they did. They didn't do shit else. They didn't do a damn thing. I don't know of anything. I never talked to nobody about shit else after that. I never even got a touch base back and let me know what Aetna CVS said after they sent a demand letter. Nobody contacted and said, hey, we sent an initial demand letter over there, and this is what they said. They said that you did X, Y, Z, and you know, because of that, that's why, and gave me the opportunity to say, no, I never, ever, not once did anything wrong, ever, never, just serving my patients. And that's basically it. And then, you know, having a voice of advocacy and standing up and saying, no, I'm not going to do that. And can you provide me with some clarification on why this is? And what's that policy again? Can you guide me to where that might be located? And, oh, was that what it is? But then you said it was revised. Can you show me where the revision is and what's really going on here? I mean, these seem to be like poor business practices and things. And no, I'm not going to participate in that because that puts my nursing license on the line. And look, why are you doing X, Y, Z and this, that, and the other? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I'm not going to put up with that type of shit. And it's not okay. All right. It's not okay. And that's why I say, like, lawyer, I mean, not lawyer, employer, you need to go back and look at who the true damn culprit is in your shit. These, and this is on some real shit. These are the people that are causing you the revenue. Okay. I didn't do a damn thing wrong working at that job. And in fact, I actually worked for Aetna anyways, as contract for several years, okay, doing HEDIS. all right, and chart audits and stuff like that. And I worked there and they kept calling me back. It was the exact same department, not this department, it was the people who I worked contract for that would keep sending me over there. I was working there, and the same supervisor there would consistently call me back every single time to come back. And that's why I say people matter. Departments matter. It is the personalities and the character of the people. It's these employees that get with these jobs, and the jobs themselves that the overarching employer believe that these are good people and that they're qualified and competent. But when really in reality, these are actual individuals that are unqualified, they're incompetent, and especially if you're in some type of leadership role, where someone has complained against you, I mean, wow, it's just really ridiculous. And people need to go back to the drawing board. These employers really, really do, and take a true reflection and get together and start doing some real brainstorming on some operational development and improvement plans. You absolutely need them just for the overall quality and retention of your staff, especially if complaints are coming in and things like this. And you're getting rid of the change agent, you're getting rid of the true asset, and things like that. Okay, so basically, I was actually an asset in this place, as I am with any job that I ever present. All right, so I'm very highly skilled. All right, I know exactly what I'm talking about. I do have a master's in business. I am an actual nurse. I have a bachelor's in nursing. I'm a legal nurse. I'm a life care planner. I too went to Capital University Law School to get the legal nursing background, life care planner background. Legal nursing is 15 months. Life care planner is an additional 6 months. So if anybody wants to fucking get mad about the fact that I know some of this legal shit, I'm not no lawyer. And call over to fucking Capital University Law School and ask them why they have some damn good teachers over there equipping individuals with some real good knowledge that really I wasn't supposed to have to use out here and to defend my damn self. I'm supposed to be working for attorneys on malpractice and catastrophic cases and personal injury, workers' compensation and disability cases and shit like that, and helping attorneys understand and know what's up in the medical aspect and specific to nursing practice and all this type of stuff to help them win their cases. Then I come along as a damn life care planner and I got the cost projections and things like that specific to the different treatment modalities over the entire life expectancy of the individual that's been harmed in some type of way, where now they got a new normal. It's been a catastrophic injury or some type of something debilitating that changed their life. And we got to figure out, okay, now for the rest of their life, how much is it going to be? How much is it going to cost? Okay, to ensure that their new normal. All right. So every step of the way, that they have things in place, that's medically necessary for them that ultimately equate to what? Optimization for them as a patient and their outcomes. I'm not no dummy. I'm actually very highly intelligent. And I wish people would just leave me the fuck alone, because I don't bother nobody. I'm minding my motherfucking business. But it's when you come fucking with me, I'm not gonna allow it. All right, leave me the fuck alone. And what I'm telling you now, CVS Health, where's my damn check? $15,028 in Franklin County Court of Common Pleas with the lazy judge, Chris Brown. It's a true thing. Lazy judge is actually a true thing. It's not like I'm attacking Chris Brown, okay? And if Chris Brown want to get an attitude while hair up his ass, he should get mad at Alex Frondorf and CVS Health and Aetna and Richard Diageo and all this shit for putting this claim in the damn Franklin County Court of Common Pleas, playing around and putting it in there and getting it put on the fucking caseload and shit like that. And it's not real. It's not real. It's not a real interpleader. It's bullshit. Right? It's theft, and they need to go to jail. Okay, so hello, who's out there? Go get them. All right, I want to see their pictures I want to see the pictures blasted everywhere, like a suspect, like you would anybody else. All right. Now, any of these attorneys out here, if the shoe was on the other foot, had I sat up here and stole something from CVS Health or Richard Diageo, Alex Frondor, you'd be coming after me. Employee stole from the employer, and employee stole from the attorneys, and now she's a suspect. And my picture would have been all on the damn news, and you would have been asking the community to help you find me and all this shit. Then I'd be arrested, facing charges, getting ready to go to jail behind felony damn theft because of the amount. The amount makes it felony theft from the damn 5th degree, don't it? I don't know. I ain't no criminal attorney, but damn sure it's theft. and it's felony theft. Now, who gonna hold him accountable for it? Okay, now that's a problem. Richard Diageo and that damn Salvador Lopez didn't want to take responsibility for their actions, right? All right, y'all voided those agreements out. You know exactly what you did. And Richard Diageo and that Salvador, they made sure there was no specific language in there giving my money to any damn body. They knew the totality of the circumstances. They knew about the fee dispute. They knew, as you can see right here, okay, Trisha Breedlove, all right, she said she filed a motion to withdraw, okay, because she was fired. All right, and I had to go and ask her, like, excuse me, why didn't you put into withdrawal? Now, if you don't put something into withdrawal, I'm gonna have to put it in myself. All right, and they went on and put it in. It's a bunch of bullshit. All right, and then Richard, he's so two-faced. All right, and then he sat up here and told me, Spitz already told him they already know that they cannot recover from me. All right, and why do you think that they know that they can't recover from me? Because they know that by law, these are attorneys, they're smart, right? When it's challenged, the fee dispute and things like that, they're going to have to show their actual work, which if they have actual work, it will not be hard to do, right? They don't, period. I got actual work and I got it all, damn it. And anything they got over there, it came from me. And it's easily verifiable because I sent it all through the damn email. I scanned every damn thing. I did everything. I filed everything. I made copies. I used my money to pay for postage. I'm up and down the damn street with my gasoline and shit like that. What have they done? They ain't done shit. Any damn way. I'm sick of it. Who gonna put sanctions on them playing around in a damn court? Taxpayers, you need to be pissed. You need to be calling down there and saying, what the hell's going on with this shit and my tax money? All right. And I need these people to be in jail. It's time for me to go on through the process and get arrested. Alex Frounder, you go on out there to the prison I used to work at, Ohio Department of Rehab and Correction, CRC, and get your damn 6 digits and get your number. All right. And you sit on down there and shit like that. With them, you better learn how to make some damn some grilled cheeses and shit like that or something. I don't really know. Okay. All right, but I said, leave me alone. I'm not the one to be played with. And somebody didn't tell them. All right, somebody didn't tell these people out here. I just asked you to leave me alone. I'm just trying to go and do my job, serve the community and serve patients. All right, I'm in no way going to allow anybody to abuse me, revoke my rights. And I damn sure ain't gonna let you do it to nobody else. Because if you do it to me, you didn't do it, you're gonna do it to somebody else. And if you did doing it to me, you probably done it already to 8 million motherfuckers. And so no, it's a shit. It's over. Damn it. Wrongdoing, your time is up. And I mean, I said, leave me alone. Damn it, shit. I gave him plenty of chances in here too. I've been known it was theft. I never said shit. I just want you to pay me my shit. You done went down there and you found this bullshit. I know it's bullshit, but I didn't say anything. I'm like, are they really trying to get away with it? I mean, I know they don't want me to, get on their ass about them stealing my shit like this. I mean, that's a crime. See, I'm different. I'm not trying to ruin their livelihood like they ruined mine. All right. I'm not trying to make it to where they can't pay their mortgage or their rent or get food or take care of disabled son, autistic grandchild, and all this type of shit. Can't maintain just basic needs and shit like that. And like, I'm not trying to do that. These are wrongdoers and these are very bad people. It really is, and it's really sad. And yeah, so I'm not going to tolerate it. And everybody needs to have the awareness so it doesn't happen to anyone else. Or somebody that you love. And in fact, these people should be very cautious because karma has a weird way of circling back on you in life, right? So the bottom line is I want to know where the fuck is my $15,028 that you owe me, Edna? CBS. All right, you said it right here, right? So Richard Diageo, like I told you, he went and he revised the damn agreement, okay? He sent me a copy of the shit in draft form, the red line draft copy, for me to overview and read and approve and then send back before the finalization, okay? But then they're acting so dumb and stupid, running down there to the fucking whatever court and filing it. You can see it here. Good morning, Tricia. All right. April Clark has notified us that she's disputing the Spitz claim for the attorney fees. Okay, she filed the disciplinary action. I did file this. That's absolutely true. All right. They're not gonna probably look at any fee disputes, but there's some weird stuff going on with them as well. They don't do shit. All right. So anyhow. All right, as a result, CVS will issue the $15,028 to who? To me. So where is it? I don't have it yet. All right, I don't have it. Then he sat up here and he gave them some type of,
Oh, it's feel weak as hell. Hey, mom. You think you can make like some chicken fingers or something? Please. I don't know why motherfuckers acting like I'm with you. Like, they been acting all day. Go out here. Drink some water. What? So, time to go upstairs, bro.